Hello, my name is Dallin Shumway, and my speech is entitled American Heroes. For the past 50 years or so, America has been engulfed in a war. Not a war with a foreign power, but rather an internal conflict, and not a conflict of guns, bombs, and grenades, but rather a conflict of agendas and ideas. The liberals and conservatives in America are constantly battling back and forth, trying to advance their own agendas. And the media in America is constantly preaching doomsday, no matter what side they may be on. The liberals continue to cry that we are cutting down all the trees, polluting the air, and rapidly using up all our reliable energy sources. The conservatives cry that we are running ourselves to economic ruin, digging deeper into a hole of debt, and losing the necessary freedom to protect ourselves. Many people feel as if they are in a dark room off of a lighted hallway, and that as the government continues to encroach on our freedom, the doorway to this hall continues to close, slowly shutting out all the light. And as we are engulfed in the darkness, many people are apt to ask, is there any hope left? Yes, there is. Because all of us love a good superhero movie. The heroes in these movies that we have grown to know and love are ordinary individuals just like you or like me, that have some unique gift which they use to fight an evil that exists in their world. And they simply cannot let themselves sit idly by and watch evil unfold. They are good, simply for good's sake. In the movie Batman Begins, Gotham City is torn apart by chaos and corruption. Criminals are unpunished for the wrong things that they do, and people live in insecurity and fear. Gotham City's District Attorney Rachel Dawes asks her friend, Bruce Wayne, if he believes there is any hope left for the city while the good people in it do nothing to stop the villains. Wayne answered with a resounding no, utilizing the resources around him to create a new identity, the Batman. He used this identity to fight the evil in the city, bringing back stability and prosperity to it. The superheroes that our culture reveres are men and women who live and breathe Edmund Burke's famous declaration that, quote, the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing, close quote. And they are able to do what they do because of certain unique gifts and talents that they have. They are men and women that we can look up to, and in many ways, as surprising as it may seem, become like. Each of us, like them, has unique gifts and talents that we can use to fight the evils of tyranny in America. And, in fact, America will only experience freedom and prosperity when we actively use the tools that we have been given. And yet, we are confronted on a regular basis with only bad news for America. We see it as politicians in Washington on the news grapple for power, and yet never seem to make a change in the direction our country is headed. We see it every year when it is time for us to pay our taxes. And we hear it in the cries of those who demand that the earth be saved while the unborn children be slaughtered. Each of us have resources, gifts, and talents that we could use to fight against such evils. And when the superheroes that we know and love see evil unfolding in their world, they do not let themselves rest until they have done something to fight back. And so it should be with each of us. What if, instead of turning off the news and simply feeling sorry for the state America was in, we chose to make a change about it? And this change could occur in a variety of different ways, be it making plans to change laws and then contacting representatives to implement these plans, submitting petitions that our friends and family and people in our communities have signed to those that are in office to show that a change is demanded, or simply focusing on our own state governments and local governments, building those up to create a stronger nation as a whole. We can use the resources and the gifts that we have, such as monetary support to help lobbyists, charisma to draw people to our petitions, or perhaps talent in speaking and writing to get people on board and inspired with what we're doing. Let us use the gifts and talents that we have been given to preserve freedom in America. Then, and only then, will we be able to claim our birthright of prosperity. The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. Thank you.